it's Bailey from Making It Midwest, and in this video it's all about the favorites. It's January favorites time. I haven't done one of these videos in ages. I don't know why. I was just suddenly inspired. I found that I've been reaching for a few products repeatedly, and then there are a few products that I'm just stinking passionate about, even though I haven't had them for very long. So I figured a good favorites video was in order, so let's get to it. Let's talk about hair first, since I only have one of those products. This is the Rock Your Hair Bombshell Hair Powder. Now, if you've watched me for a while, you'll know that I'm a big fan of hair powder. It's a great way to liven up second day hair if you don't like to wash your hair every day. It's also a great way to liven up your hair on the first day, like right after you wash it, if you have fine hair like I do. It's just falls flat all the time. You'll see it in videos all the time. The only way I can really get volume at my roots is a hair powder. Now, typically I use this Osis Dusted, which I like. It worked fine. Sometimes I'd find that if I get a little too much at the roots, it'd get a little gunky. That's where this comes in. So I recently, they sent me a few Rock Your Hair products to try, and this is, of a few of them that I've been loving, this is my absolute favorite because I use hair powder anyway. Now the difference between this and the Osis is that, one, I find it eliminates that whole clumping gunkiness problem. I have used quite a bit of it and not noticed that as an issue. The other thing is, this is the first hair powder I've used that is fragranced, which at first I didn't know if I would like, but it's really nice, especially if you're using it on second day hair, like many people will, as a replacement to dry shampoo is what I'm trying to say. It just gives your hair a nice kind of pick-me-up, you know. And it definitely smells like a perfume, you know. It's not candy-ish or sweet, or even, it really doesn't even smell like shampoo. It smells kind of like a perfume, which is what I love about it. So love this, plus the packaging is adorable. You get quite a bit of product, almost an entire ounce, 0.88 ounces, 25 grams, and they have this cute little rhinestones on it, so it's adorable all around. I probably spent too much time talking about it. Next product. Now let's talk nails. This is the Revlon Liquid Quick Dry Top Coat, and if you'll remember in my last empties video, which I will post right here if you'd like to see it, I asked for recommendations from all of you as to what top coat you would recommend, because I just ran out of my Seche Vite, which I love the finish it gave on my nails. It's like a gel, super shiny gel top coat, but it didn't extend the life of my manicure, and so I wanted to try a different top coat. A ton of you recommended this to me, and I really like it. It dries my nails super fast. The one thing though that I'm not sure if I like is kind of, they're not lackluster. I mean, my nails are shiny, but they're not as shiny as they were with Seche Vite. So I'm still kind of on the lookout for one that does both, but for now I really like this because I do notice that it extends the life of my manicure. I can get 3, sometimes even 4 chip-free days from nail polish to nails, and I just never used to be able to get that before. So thank you for the recommendation. And last, let's do fragrance, because I think that's the final product before we dive headlong into the color cosmetics. I have been loving this Victoria's Secret Black Orchid fragrance. I did a review about this a while ago, actually back in the fall, because it was a great fall scent, and after the holidays and I was done with my holiday scents, I just fell back in love with this. I'm not going to go into a full scent description because I'm awful at off-the-cuff scent descriptions, don't know why it is, but you can go to the blog and read all the notes that are in it and then how I felt about it. I'm not going to do it here, like I said, but it's dark and sultry and delicious, and I love it, so favorite. Now let's talk makeup. So first makeup must-have for me has been this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Radiant Firming Makeup, which you'll notice I got 50% off at CVS. Bought it on a total whim, just kind of wanting to try a different foundation. I've almost run out of my CoverGirl True Blend, which I really liked, but you know, as a beauty enthusiast, I'm always on the lookout for new, better, different things. So I thought I would give this a try, and I've really been liking it. I'd say it's on the heavier coverage side. In fact, it doesn't feel super heavy and weighty, but it is pretty full coverage. So I like that aspect of it. It dries super matte, which I assume is why it's an age rewind, because the mattifying is more flattering to fine lines and wrinkles. And overall, I've just really enjoyed it. It has been relatively hydrating considering the dry winter air, and yeah, it's been good for the month of January. The next product is one I always come back to, regardless of the season, regardless of the shade, color of my skin. It is so easy to work with, and it blends in flawlessly. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzing Powder. Here it is, and it just smells, oh my god, it smells so good. And I use it both to contour, I mean, you know, like kind of etch my cheekbones, as well as take a big fluffy bronzing brush and use it to just add color all over my face. It truly is kind of a universal I just use it for everything. It is beautiful, and like I said before, fits my summer and winter skin really nicely, and so I anticipate hitting pan on this sometime soon because it's like crack. I can't lie. It is. This is the shade Milk Chocolate. It also comes in chocolate or maybe dark chocolate. Anywho, there is a darker shade of this, so if you're thinking, that is entirely too light for me, there is a darker shade if you're interested in trying this, because I can't say enough good things about it. So moving on. I recently Instagrammed about this product because I just found myself, this is one of those products that even though I'm constantly trying, especially eyeshadows, because I never want the stuff I have to go to waste, so I'm forcing myself every day to pick a new product to use. But on the days when I just wanted this effortless kind of just throw it together, you have like 5 minutes to put on makeup, just do it, I always reached for my Naked 2 palette, which is surprising because I prefer Naked 1, but this was just doing it for me in the cold weather months, and I know everyone's been saying that because they are in fact cooler colors, but I tell you, there is just, Verve has been one of my favorite colors, this silvery shade, and then Pistol right beside it, and Suspect. Just, this has been my sweet spot for the month of January. I just lived here, all up in these shadows. It's been awesome. So I've really enjoyed Naked 2 despite being a hardcore Naked 1 fanatic, and if you don't have Naked 2, I really recommend it if you're looking for that cooler, just universal palette. Thumbs up. And this next product in the intro, when I was talking about those passionate products, this is one of those that I've had, you know, for 2 days maximum this month. I mean, it's the 31st as I make this, and so I just feel passionately about this, and that's the Urban Decay Oz palette, the Glinda palette to be precise, not the Theodora, I believe is the darker, the other palette. This has just been my baby, and I used it today and the day before, and it's just, I can't even tell you. So I initially bought this. At first I was not into these palettes, I wasn't digging them, and then I saw others review it and swatch them, and I kind of fell in love with Glinda A because the shadows are unlike many that I have. I mean, you just get such a wide variety of pretty unique shades. And this palette, I have been so up in the air about these customizable palettes by Urban Decay because they're expensive to buy the palette and then fill the palette. It just was not my bag. Then this came out and it was a really good deal because you get the palette, 6, technically 7, 8 eyeshadows because there are 2 split down the middle, and then a super saturated high impact lip doodad, that whatever that's called. Get one of those and it's 50 bucks. So that was just, the time was right, and so I seized the day and purchased this puppy and haven't looked back because it just is I needed a moment because it was just, it's beautiful. I really love it. There is a review up, or will be a review up by the time this video gets posted, in case you're interested in swatches, and I will most likely do a look because I just really have been liking it. So rave. The last favorite is a brand favorite, and that is by BFTE Cosmetics. I have these little pigments here that I've reviewed and swatched. More than that, this is all I care to hold right now. These are pigments, and I was introduced to this brand at the beginning of January when they were having a pigment sale. It was $1 a pigment, and normally they are $2 a pigment, so it's not like they break the bank, but I thought that would be a good kind of introductory course to the brand as a whole, so I got 6 or 7, I don't know, a few pigments, and I love each and every one of them. They just perform beautifully, and so that's why I'm not going to pick a color, and they don't come in a palette, although actually they kind of do come in palettes, but you can look that up on your own if you'd like. It's just a brand favorite in general because I truly did fall in love with the quality of all of these pigments, and I am going to place an order again soon because they're so unique and they're very affordable, and gotta love a good indie brand, right? So BFTE Cosmetics, check the blog for reviews and swatches of the shades I have, and Fira.net has a ton because that's originally where I heard about this brand, was Fira, and she has amazing reviews and swatches and looks. That's how I fell in love with these. So go check those out if you are interested. Aside from that, we are done with favorites this month, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear what you're loving this month for favorites, either in the comment section below or in a video response if you're so inclined. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!